Hey, it's Fi. We're checking out AGDG Demo Day 21 games. Right now we're looking at Slime Research. This is a game I do remember seeing a number of posts about. It seems quite unique, I suppose. It does mention that it is inspired by a particular other game, which is in itself kind of unique, but in any case, this should be interesting. I'm going to go ahead and read the game page here. Game features, keyboard and controller gameplay, extensive level editor with state-based Boolean logic system, slimiest physics of any game ever. To load a level, copy a level string, and then go to game play. Playing and saving a level will copy it to your clipboard. A small number of example levels are in levels.txt. Very interesting. Purchasing the game will grant free access to all future updates as well as a Steam key when I release the game there. At the moment, the free demo and paid version are the same. Customers will receive preferential treatment for bug reports and feature ordering suggestions, though I will not take feature requests. Interesting. See, that seems odd to me. I would imagine you would take bug reports and suggestions from anyone who gives you quality bug reports or suggestions. But nonetheless, it's your game. You can do what you want. Credits inspired by Mushroom 11 and Dr. K art by Applefoot. For progress updates, follow me at twitter.com/nanimono. I'll post the game page in the description below if you want to check it out. About Mushroom 11, I have not played that game, but I do remember seeing like the trailer of it, so I have kind of a rough idea of what it was about. Nevertheless, let's give this a shot. It looks like it loads you right into the level editor here, which is interesting. It's cool to see this kind of thing. It's sort of like the game that I'm working on. All sorts of things here. So this is just blocks, I guess, and then... Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and figure out how to load a level here. So it says copy a level string and then go to game play. So I think we're going to have to look at the game folder here. Levels.txt it looks like. Alright. Basic movement starring mild bottomless pit. So let's try this out. It's just a string of characters. Copy. And back into the game. Game. Is it play? Or load? I don't remember. Play is gonna maybe play the current one and then load. Oh, load. I guess load just reads it from the... It says to load a level, copy string, and then go to game and then play. But nothing happened when I did that. It didn't... I think you have to click load, and then it will load from the string in the clipboard, and then probably click play after. Oh, we got some sound effects. Oh, it's very interesting sounding. So kind of playing with the playback speed of the audio loop here. It's kind of cool. Looks like you can almost sort of fly. It's like you can't really fly, but you can move. Your little nucleus type of thing here moves independently of the rest of your body here, so that's really interesting. I don't know if this just stays up here. It seems kind of annoying. And I even like... Oh. Well, that was... So yeah, you can kind of still do stuff with this, but I guess you can't like actually click it into the level. It's like maybe you're not supposed to do that. Oh, quits it and it closes the whole application here. I thought I was just going to stop playing. Okay, so we'll run this again. Make sure we're hooked in. We are. I think we can just click load and then play. So yeah, it'd be nice if there was some way to quit playing after you click play. I don't know what's supposed to end the play state here. It's probably a little loud, but that's okay. It's not the worst sound. So you can kind of... the physics are very interesting. You can kind of scoot yourself up onto stuff here. A little cumbersome so far, but we just... Oh, is this the bottomless pit? Oh, you can kind of stick to stuff. That's cool. I did mention a bottomless pit, right? So I guess that's what is below me, so might as well find out what happens when we end up down there. Alright, so there's some kind of kill plane or whatever. It seems like it completely unloaded the level though, so that's kind of annoying. So yeah, what I would like to see is the ability to kind of bounce back and forth between the editor and the play a little more smoothly here, so that like this level would stay loaded. And then, you know, of course, having some kind of way to quit playing would be nice. And then just go back into the editor and you could keep editing and then you could go back and play it again and that sort of thing. Now I don't know what these are right here. I assume they're... Oh, maybe that's a goal over there. It'd be nice if the visuals are a little more clear, I suppose. Alright, and then I should be able to kind of scoop myself up in there. Interesting big arrows. Alright, so again it just unloads the level, which is weird, but it's kind of cool. So let's see what other example levels we have here. Into the Ceiling is the next one. Copy. If I just press Control V, that doesn't do it. It'd be nice if you could do that, I guess. Maybe. Load. So this is the previous level. Copy. Alright. So that's not working. This one more time, I'm going to click copy on the text string, then click play. No, still just doing this one. Wonder what's up with that. Oh, you can click play to stop playing. Huh. Right, a little unintuitive, but at least it's there. So yeah, I'm not sure why the next level here isn't loading. I followed the directions, I copied the string, and the directions say to click play, but it just plays this level. When I click load, it just apparently loads this level. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Let's try the next one. It's called Under the Ceiling. Alright, so let's try something slightly different. Playing and saving a level will copy it to your clipboard, so that's weird. Copy, load. There we go. Okay, alright, so I have a suspicion here. Try this real quick. Well, that worked. Why didn't this one work? I know you can't really see me alt-tabbing and trying to select the strings here, but... Ah! That doesn't make sense to me. One more time, let's try this. Okay, so the weird thing that's going on here, the first level, which is called basic movement, there's 2 hyphens at the beginning and the end of the string, and I assumed that the string, everything between the 2 hyphens is what you have to copy into this. When I do that, it copies over successfully. For some reason, though, with the second level here, into the ceiling, if I copy everything between the 2 hyphens, it doesn't work. But if I copy everything including the 2 hyphens, then it does work. So I don't know what is going on there, but nonetheless, we got it open, so let's try this. Into the ceiling. These are some kind of gates or something. We have depressing this is apparently some kind of a button. And then, oh, you can see these light up. And then we've got some logic or whatever up here, and I guess we can kind of friction our way up here. Not mem. Interesting. You have to get like entirely on that. So these are your logic things, memory and not. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Alright, very simple, but let's try the next one, under the ceiling. I guess we'll try copying it with the hyphens. Game load. So I guess you're supposed to hit the left one, and then you're supposed to like climb up over these blocks so you don't hit this one, which, should I just close that again? Oh. These keep flashing and toggling, so it's like confusing me, because I can't really see what's going on over there. Maybe if I do it this way, this will work better. And we just have to try and like jump over here. Alright, we made it. But yeah, this thing closed again. So... it's hard to only hit it once. I don't know what that is. Does this switch this off also? It's already closed again. See, what's really annoying about this is that you have this all-important door over here, and you have all these mechanisms to activate it, but you can't actually see it. Like, as soon as you go this far off the screen, you can't see the door anymore, so you can't actually tell what's going on over there. So stuff keeps happening, causing that to close, but I'm not given any, like, visual information about what's going on. Guess I'm not supposed to touch that. I don't know. It doesn't... Okay, so I'm assuming this is actually a timer anyways. So I don't know what that one at the top does. Maybe the one at the top, you're supposed to hit that instead of not hit it. So maybe you have to get up to that as sort of a checkpoint of sorts. And that'll reset the timer, so that must be what's going on. So you have a little bit of time to zoom up here, then you have to try and hit this again. I don't know why it's polka dotted. I don't know what the polka dots mean. Little button, big button. I guess the little button is always polka dotted. Now what I'm wondering, see, load and play. Like, do you even need this particular button? Is this just kind of showing you what's happening? Because if you just go up and hit that one, I'm guessing it's gonna, because this is an OR, I'm guessing that would do the same thing. So if I manage to it's not working. Oh no! It's a little annoying when you get in this kind of state and you're just kind of struggling. So, yeah. So yeah, that makes sense. So the button on the left isn't actually... Oh, closed on me. Is that... Oh, I made it out, okay. So I'm assuming that this isn't necessary, it's just showing you the function of the gate here. But yeah, I don't like how you can't see the gate closing again. Like the logic is on the screen, but it's like it's not enough of it is on the screen at once for you to understand. Very readily anyways. Nonetheless, let's try the next one. It's called the core concept. Copy. Load. Okay. I wonder if the intention here is to kind of look at the level before you play it or something, so you can kind of understand the logic, or if you're just supposed to jump in and it's, you know, most games you don't really see the underlying workings, and the way stuff works is kind of revealed to you in some other way. It's memory, and then this is... Maybe it'll toggle where the signal is going. So I hit that, it closes the door. But why? Does it toggle this? I guess the direction that the signal enters this matters. It has a little circles on the sides and then arrows on the top and bottom. I'm not sure why there's just a little light floating out here. Maybe that was just something left there accidentally or something. Huh. Well, this wasn't useful. How are you supposed to hit this button if this button closes the door on you? I don't see the way forward. I have no idea. What else is here to interact with? We have 2 buttons, and I believe that is everything. Well, there's 3 counting this one, obviously. So I don't see any way forward here. I have no idea. I still don't know what this is doing up here. Here, let's try... click play again. Block. Wire, so that's what this is, right? And erase. I have to click on erase, I guess. It's very confusing. So it just seems to me the whole point here is to press this, and then to press this without pressing this, but I don't see how we come to that. I certainly don't see a way to get through here without pressing that, so I don't know what else you could possibly do. As that's the case, apparently if you press this, it would... I don't know if this would divert the signal from here to over here, so this would like close on you. I don't know if that's the case. No. There's definitely no way through there without hitting that button. So one thing you could consider, kind of going along with what I mentioned before about not being able to see everything, is you could have some kind of way to move the camera around a bit to see more of the level. It's pretty restrictive as it is, the amount of the level you can see, so you could, you could use the mouse, or you could use some other button, I guess. You could use arrow keys, I don't know. But I think that would be a simple thing that would be a nice improvement. So I don't know, maybe there was something changed at some point that kind of invalidated the level here. I don't see any means to accomplish this level, so I'm gonna have to just move on, and we can try out the next one then. This one's called the George Deluxe. George. Load. Oh, we have to stop playing. Oh, did it load? It loaded before I stopped playing. Okay. The George Deluxe, okay. There's a button, memory, into this. This goes, see, I can't see where this is going. Which I would like to be able to. Can I climb up here? It looks like you get a little bit of a... Maybe you get a little bit of a stick to the wall. Well, I'm kind of moving away from it, so that's annoying. It does seem like you can get a little bit of traction on the wall. You can get a little bit of traction on the wall, but it also seems to kind of push you away from it, so that's keeping you from climbing. Yeah, it's annoying how I keep getting like pushed away from it. But what exactly else am I supposed to do here? I can go back up here and see what this switch is activating, I suppose. Oh, maybe it's opening this door. See, it would definitely help to be able to see more of the level at once. I could figure this stuff out a lot more readily. Okay. So I guess it has to be continually depressed for this to stay open? Oh. Well, that would have been good to know about. For goodness sake. Why does it change between yellow and blue, though? See, now that I'm down here, am I just like permanently screwed because I can't get back in my goo? Yeah, so I don't see anywhere where the controls were explained, so that's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully I'm not missing anything else here. I don't know if the yellow and blue has some kind of color coding. So I mean... Right. So the yellow stuff's interacting, but... Alright, so we can get out. I don't think there's like a... Oh, you can jump, okay. A little bit. It's a little pathetic, but it works. You also can't... Because you bounce when you hit the ground, you can't like... It's hard to jump again immediately. Because there's this time when you're still not touching the ground, and that's a little bit annoying. What you could consider is... Make it so that you could hold this spacebar. So when you do touch the ground again, you can jump again immediately, that sort of thing. So I have to wait for... Alright, so let's go look at that last level again real quick here. What's the core concept? Alright. So this should be pretty simple now. I think we want to do this, and then just kind of scoot over here. And then presumably the big buttons can't be pressed by the little nucleus, but the small ones can. Movement is a little slow. Is a little cumbersome. Alright, so it's pretty simple once I knew about that rather important mechanic that I didn't realize was a thing. So obviously it would be a good idea to tell people about that in some fashion here. Aside from that, just the general... Let's see. General opinions on the game here. I think that the physics-based movement is really interesting. the way you can kind of wrap around things, and it's pretty intuitive, so that's really cool. It occasionally gets a little bit annoying when you're like kind of struggling to get up on something that you want to get up on or whatever, but apart from that, I do think it's really cool. You could maybe come up with something that would reduce some of those annoyances a little bit, like some kind of a little directional boost that you could give yourself once in a while or something like that. It might be possible. We're thinking about. It's got this full level editor, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how much. I'm not gonna like spend the time to make levels or anything for this video. So I'm not sure how broad the possibilities are within the editor, but it's cool that you have these different logic gates and such. Get your buttons and your doors. It seems like it's pretty much just buttons and doors so far. But I'm sure there's a lot of possibilities. And the mechanic where you can jump out of the blob with the little nucleus there is really cool. Once I figured it out, obviously. But it's a very cool concept. I think the movement when you're just the nucleus could be tightened up a little bit to, it's not really much reason why you need to kind of make it slow and cumbersome to move around. In my opinion, I don't see any reason to not just make it easy to scoot around with kind of more conventional platforming or whatever. But aside from that, I did mention the camera thing, so I think that would be a great addition, is if there's some way to move the camera around so you can see what's going on in the level and actually make sense of things more readily, because there was a number of things that were really quite simple that I wasn't getting because of that fact that I couldn't really see the logic that was going on in the level. So that would be my suggestions. I think that that's really quite interesting. So hopefully you'll keep working on it. Imagine you'll be adding different sorts of items and stuff at some point in the future, so that'll be cool to see. But very interesting game. Hopefully you found something of use in this video, and definitely if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. And I'm gonna move on to the next one. See you guys.